starting to get a little chilly here in Southern California. You guys in the colder climates are going to make fun of me, but these might have to stop being cargo short and t-shirt videos and start to become jeans and sweatshirt videos. Anyways, there's been a little bit of misunderstanding where people think that I say lag is bad. And I want to talk about that and refute that discussion because I think lag is very good. What I distinguish between is natural lag and forced lag. And like I said in the intro to this video, forced lag is bad, okay? Lag is like fire. It's good if it's under control, it's bad if you try to make it too big. So I'm going to try and clarify those positions. Now, I am not a scientist. I did okay in physics in school. I understand the physics of lag, but too much of it is no good. If people are saying that when I say release from the top, they think I mean this, okay? That is not what I mean. To me, there are good releases and bad releases. This is a bad release. This is a bad release. If your body is rotating together, like I said before in another video, your shoulders rotate more than your hips going back, and then if everything rotates the same coming through, that rotational force will keep the club from doing this or doing this too early. Of course, if you stand up here and go like this, that's not going to work. But the rotation of your body in sync, I've been very clear to say that, in sync with a release from the top will get you into a strong impact position, a perfect post-impact position. Like I've said many times, Jack Nicklaus said it, you cannot release the club too early. This is what he's talking about. The problem of adding lag or holding lag is you are not only fighting centrifugal force, which will get the club to extend and square, you are doubling the amount of holding force with the rotation. I know that's a bit complicated, and to you physicists, I might not be saying it correctly, but what I mean is if you're going like this, at the same time you're going like this, you're going to get the club underneath the plane, club face open, and stuck. From this angle, it looks like this, okay? So what I'm trying to be very clear about is if you rotate, the natural amount of lag you are supposed to have will be there automatically. Having active lag, actively holding the release, or I've also seen a lot of this, what I think it's called a float load, is you go like this and then start the downswing by going like that. It's the same thing. It's very, very hard to square the golf club, and quite often you have to slow down your speed and slow down your rotation to give that club time to catch up if you're lagging it too much and it's underneath the plane. So while in theory more lag creates more energy and more speed, that's not always good, because if the club comes in too underneath the plane and the club face too wide open, you have to cast all of that speed aside to let the club catch up, or you're going to hit the ball way right. And some people will say, use a stronger grip. Well, that's even worse, because then you have to hold it even longer, and your hands and arms and body are going to outrace the club, and you're going to be stuck even further underneath the plane. So to sum up, natural lag, the amount you personally are supposed to have, will automatically happen if you turn and release at the same time. Those two forces will cancel each other out, and you'll hit to a perfect impact position. Whereas if you add lag, hold the angle, hold off the release, it separates your hands from the rest of the turn, and while you might get that one big bomb of a drive, you'll spend most of the time finding it impossible to time that perfectly every single time. Just like it makes sense that there are better golfers out there, longer hitters are going to have more natural lag. More natural lag that you get on your own is going to hit the ball farther. Myself as a long drive champion, Jamie Sladowski, we are going to have more lag than your average 12 or 15 handicap that hits it 230 or 240 yards. But if that average 15 handicap who hits it 230 or 40 yards tries to add lag, unnatural lag, false lag, to try and hit it 300, he may hit that one 300-yard drive, but the other drives he's hitting are going to go 50 and 60 yards offline with big slices. And I've said this on one of the title pages on the blog. If Jack Nicklaus says you can never release the club too early, if Tiger Woods says, yelling at himself during a tournament, release the club, Tiger, release the club, and if myself, a former world long driving champion who created more lag than just about anybody until Jamie Sladowski came along, if I'm telling you that you shouldn't be doing this, to me, that is a testament that false lag, adding lag, unnatural lag is a bad thing when you have, not to compare myself to Tiger and Jack, but when you have those three sources telling you that a release, a proper release, not a throw, a release is what gets you that consistency and that average maximum power. When it's coming from those three sources, I think that's a pretty good line of sources that tell you that adding lag and holding off the release is not a good thing.